Good morning students. Once again welcome in DP class. Today we will revise the second chapter federalisms. I hope you are doing well. You know very well in the previous two video we have discussed about the chapter 1 power sharing. I hope you revise it in the proper way. Today we will revise the second chapter. Firstly we will see federalism. What do you mean by the federalism? In the previous chapter we have discussed the different forms of power sharing. In the different forms of power sharing, the vertical divisions of power among different levels of government is one of the major forms of power sharing in modern democracy, and it is mostly या most commonly regarded as the federalism. हम उसको क्या और बोल सकते हैं? Federalism. Firstly we will understand what is the meaning of federalism. फेडरलिज्म का मतलब क्या है? फेडरलिज्म इज ए सिस्टम ऑफ गवर्नमेंट इन विच द पावर इज डिवाइडेड बिटवीन सेंट्रल अथॉरिटी एंड वेरियस कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंट यूनिट्स ऑफ द कंट्री. यानी कि पावर किसके बीच में डिवाइड है? मेनली सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट एंड द वेरियस स्टेट गवर्नमेंट्स के बीच में. दैट सिस्टम इज नोन एज द फेडरलिज्म. इन द फर्स्ट चैप्टर वी हैव डिस्कस अबाउट द टू एग्जांपल्स आल्सो, बेल्जियम एंड श्रीलंका. Which method they have adopted? In the Belgium we know very well, Belgium shifting of power from central government, यानी कि central government given power to the regional authority, यानी कि regional constituent units they have given the power, and regional government was given constituent powers, यानी कि before that the constituent यानी कि we can say that the state government was having the power, but they were not in the written form, यानी कि that time central government can take any time. But when they have given in the constituent unit, यानी कि they have mentions in the constitution कि now central government will use these powers and state government will use these powers. But we can say that different examples in that chapter. Sri Lanka, they didn't adopt that method. Sri Lanka in a unitary form of government. In a unitary form of government, what we can say that there is only one level of government. Yeah, we can say that sub units also, but they don't subordinate to the central, but they will subordinate to the central government. तो यानी कि श्रीलंका have adopted a unitary form of government. The national government has all the powers, यानी कि who is having all the powers in his hand in the unitary form of government? Only national government. State government does not have power of its own. It means state government dependent on the central government, and central government what they can do, which can withdraw them at any time. यानी कि सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट कभी भी अपनी पावर्स को स्टेट गवर्नमेंट से ले सकती है. यानी कि इट मीन्स इन ए यूनिटरी फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट हु इज पावरफुल? ओनली नेशनल गवर्नमेंट. इट मीन्स दे कैन, यानी कि सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट कैन ऑर्डर द स्टेट गवर्नमेंट टू डू समथिंग. But in a federal form of government, यानी कि in a federalism what happen? In a federal form of government, a state government has power of its own. यानी कि state government is having their own power, and which it is not answerable to the central government, or central government cannot order the pass the state government to do something. यानी कि central government भी state government को कोई order नहीं दे सकती कि you have to do only that thing. No. All the powers already mentioned in the constitution कि which power will used by the central government and which power will used by the state government. Again we will see what is the federalism. Federalism is a system of government in which the power is divided between central authority, यानी कि in the central government, and the various constituent. Various constituent what mean? Different the provinces and the state government. It means central government will look after the whole nation's matter regarding the national matter, and various constitution matter they will look after the day-to-day administration of that particular state. So I hope you understand what is the meaning of federalism in the proper way. Now we will discuss about the key features of federalism. Now we will discuss key features of federalism. यानी what are the characteristics? हम कैसे कहें कि हमारी कंट्री ने फेडरलिज्म अडोप्ट कर रखा है, जो फेडरल सिस्टम को, जिसकी क्या कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है? फर्स्ट, देयर आर 2 or more levels of government. In the previous paragraph we have discussed कि what is the meaning of federalism? Is a system of government in which the power is divided between the central authority and the various constituent units. So it means what are the first main characteristics या features of federalism, यानी कि क्या होना चाहिए इसके अंदर, mainly 2 levels of government, या we can say that more levels of government. That is the first features of federalism. Second, different tiers या levels of government govern the same citizens, यानी कि they are governing यानी कि ruling the same citizens. जैसे आप किसी पर्टिकुलर स्टेट के नागरिक हो तो आप उस पर्टिकुलर स्टेट के भी नागरिक हो और कंट्री के भी हो. एंड बट ईच टीयर यानी कि ईच लेवल हैज इट्स ओन जुरिडिक्शंस. जुरिडिक्शंस का मतलब द लीगल अथॉरिटी ओवर विच हैज हैविंग द सम लीगल अथॉरिटी टू मेक लॉज. फॉर एग्जाम्पल दे कैन मेक द लॉ ऑन देयर पर्टिकुलर एरिया, मेकिंग द जैसे लेजिस्लेशन, यानी कि सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट कैन मेक देयर ओन लॉज and state government can make their own laws. and regarding the taxation also कि सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट कौन से टैक्स लगा सकती है, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट कौन से लगा सकती है, यानी कि दे आर हैविंग द लीगल अथॉरिटी इन पर्टिकुलर देयर एरिया. गॉट इट. तो डिफरेंट ईयर्स यानी कि डिफरेंट गवर्न द रूल द सेम सिटीजन, यानी कि सेम सिटीजन दे विल नॉट चेंज, बट ईच ईयर यानी कि ईच लेवल हैज इट्स ओन जुरिडिक्शन, यानी कि जुरिडिक्शन मतलब द एरिया ओवर स्पेसिफाइड ऑन ओवर हैज हैविंग ए लीगल अथॉरिटी, जिनको कानून बनाने का अधिकार है अपने अपने एरिया में. थर्ड, the jurisdictions of the respective levels of government are specified in the constitution. Authority and existence of each tier is constitutionally guaranteed. And how they will define कि in that particular matter central government will make law and that particular matter state government. All the matters, yeah, we can say that all the matters at least already mentioned in the constitution, यानी कि constitution given the legal authority on that particular area. Central government can make the laws on that particular area, state government can make the laws. If they are having any dispute, यानी कि in the concurrent list, so then who will take the final decision? Central government. So it means the jurisdiction यानी कि the legal authority on their particular area of the respective levels of government means maybe central government or state government are specified यानी clearly mentioned in the constitution. Authority and existence of each tier यानी कि levels is constitutionally guaranteed. ऑलरेडी किसके द्वारा समर्थन मिला उसमें? कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में. फोर्थ, the fundamental provisions of the constitutions cannot be unilaterally changed by one level. Unilaterally we can say that the taking one side decision. No, such changes require the consent of both the levels of government. यानी कि द फंडामेंटल प्रोविजन, क्या प्रोविजंस क्या हुआ है मौलिक रूप से हमने संविधान में कि कैन नॉट यूनिलेटरली इफ दे वांट टू चेंज इन एनी लॉ, तो यानी कि वन गवर्नमेंट कैन नॉट चेंज फ्रॉम वन साइड, नाइदर सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट नॉर स्टेट गवर्नमेंट. इफ दे वांट टू चेंज some changes required according to the requirement, because some we are thinking some laws, some they became outdated and old fashioned, so we are required some changes and some amendment should be there. So what required? The consent, यानी कि taken the permission of both the levels of government, यानी कि both the government will give their suggestions, then they can change any law. Courts have the power to interpret the constitution and the powers of different levels of government. It means who will tell कि these different levels of government कि you are having the these powers, you are having the these powers, and who will explain the powers of the constitution? Who will tell? Courts will explain, have the powers. कोर्ट के पास पावर है. कोर्ट will tell कि you central government you are having these powers, you are having state government you are having these powers. If it acts as an umpire, if disputes arise, dispute का मतलब if any conflicts arises between different levels of government, with different levels of government, if central and state government is having any problem and any one particular issues कॉन्फ्लिक्ट, तो देन हु विल एक्ट एज एन एम्पायर, उनके बीच की भूमिका कौन निभाएगा, उनको कौन सोल्व करवाएगा उसमें? कोर्ट. कोर्ट विल कंफर्म कि आपके पास ये पावर है, आपके पास ये पावर है, अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट यू शुड टेक द डिसीजन. और इफ मे बी एनी डिस्प्यूट अराइजेस द डिफरेंट बिटवीन टू स्टेट्स, तो देन कोर्ट्स विल इंटरप्रेट द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन कि यू आर हैविंग दीज पावर्स. नाउ सिक्स्थ, sources of revenue for each level of government are clearly specified to ensure its financial autonomy. Financial autonomy like in their particular area, central government can collect the revenue system. Without money they cannot run the country smoothly and properly, यानी कि they cannot do any activity. For running any activity, for running the administration smoothly, what require? Revenue. Revenue मतलब money. Money is required. So how revenue they will collect? they will collect the different types of sources, different types of sources, different types of taxes they will impose to the people, and then they will collect the different revenue. So it means in particular areas they are having the financial autonomy, and they are dependent, they can collect particular on their own area. Now the federal system thus has dual objective. Dual means there are the mainly two objectives. First, to safeguard and promote unity of the country. In the first chapter we have discussed in the Belgium how Belgium leaders divided the power among the different levels of government, different organs. So it means what happened there, they can easily adjust the regional diversities, regional differences and cultural diversity. तो इससे क्या होगा, इट प्रमोट्स यूनिटी ऑफ द कंट्री. इससे कंट्री में क्या बनी रहेगी, एक यूनिटी में रहेंगे, सब लोग एक साथ मिलकर रहेंगे पीसफुली. इफ दे विल डिवाइडेड द पावर अमंग द डिफरेंट लेवल्स ऑफ गवर्नमेंट. सेकंड, at the same time accommodate regional diversity. You know very well our country is very regional diversity. Regional diversity means north side we are having the different culture, south side we are having different culture. If we will move ahead to east side, so we are having the different culture. So yani how all the state connected to each other, how they are connected, one government, central government connected to each the states properly. So at the same time accommodate, yani we are having the easily adjust to the different diversities in our country. I hope you will understand the key features of federalism. Now we will discuss about the two kinds of roots of federalism. Now we will discuss the two types of federations. Firstly, we will see exact balance of power between central and the state government. How they are having the exact balance. The exact balance of powers between the central and the state government varies and different from one federation to another federation. And one country given the special power to central government and one country is given to the different power to the state government. And that is not equally divided power between the central and the state government. So this balance depends mainly on the historical context in which the federation formed. So there are the two kinds of routes through which the federation has been formed. So now we will discuss which are the two types of routes which the federation has been formed. First, coming together federation. Second, holding together federation. Yani we can say that there are the two types of federation. First, coming together federation. Yani federations are formed in two ways. First, coming together federation. First, see, in this type, yani coming together federation, independent states, yani many independent states are coming together on their own to form bigger unit. Yani many states are coming together to form a bigger unit. Yani कि central government बनाने के लिए many states are coming together. What happened after that? They can increase their security. And how these different states, independent state, increasing their security by pooling and sovereignty. Sovereignty मतलब in the class 9th we have discussed sovereignty मतलब any country free from the external or internal matter from the outside, and they can make their own rules and regulations yourself. So it means by pooling sovereignty and retaining identity, यानी कि they are coming together, they are forming a bigger unit. But हर state का अपना क्या है, खुद की एक अपनी आइडेंटिटी है, और आपस में एक साथ आने से उनकी पावर क्या हो गई है, इंक्रीज हो गई है. इंक्रीज होने से क्या हो गया, इंक्रीज द सिक्योरिटी, उनकी इससे सिक्योरिटी और बढ़ गई है. पर पावर सबकी पहचान अपनी अपनी है, आइडेंटिटी अपनी अपनी है. States, but in that coming together federation, states usually have equal powers. And in the coming together federation, all the states are having the equal powers and one strong in the federation. तो इससे क्या बनता है वहाँ पे, coming together federations become a strong. For example, USA and Australia are the examples of coming together federation. तो यानी कि in the coming together federation का मतलब क्या है यहाँ पर, यानी कि many independent states are coming together to form a bigger unit. But how they increasing their security? By pooling sovereignty and retaining identity. And in the coming together federation, all the states are having the equal powers, यानी कि power is equally divided. For example, USA and Australia. But opposite, holding together federation, holding का मतलब कोई एक particular power उसको hold किए हुए है power को. We can see here In this type, a large country you can say that our country, Spain, Belgium, decide to divide between the power constituent units and the central government, yeah, we can say that the national government. In this, in holding together federation, there the power is divided between the central government or the state government, yeah, constituent units. But among them, in this, central governments is become more powerful comparatively to the state government. But here, coming together federation, and here all the states are enjoying the same power. But here in the holding together federation, central government is having more power comparatively to the state government. Constituent units have unequal powers. Yani when the central government is divided the power among the different units, या constituent units या different states, so all the states are not divided the power equally. Some units some states are usually granted special powers. In our country, we can see the example before that, not now. Before that, you can say that the Jammu and Kashmir was having the special power, special status. For example, Manipur, Meghalaya, these are also having the special powers. So, for example, what are the examples of holding together federation? India, Spain, and Belgium. So, you can see the differences. That is the question. What is the difference between coming together federation and holding together federations? You can write down your answers. Now, we will discuss about what makes India a federal country. Students, you will do these questions and answer. First, which country has a unitary form of government? We have discussed about the two examples we have taken, Belgium and Sri Lanka. So you know where which answer will come here. Which country has a unitary form of government? Sri Lanka. Define the term federalism. Federalism we already discussed. Is a system of government in which the power is divided between the different constituent units and the central government. And what type of administrative system is adopted by Belgium? What type? You know very well. Federal system type of system adopted by the Belgium government, because they, for that purpose, they changed their constitution 4 times, 1970 to 1993, so they can adjust all the regional differences and cultural diversity. And what are the differences between the federal and the unitary government? You will explain that answer according to the 3 marks. And you can write down 3-4 points. Federal and the why we are saying why unitary government is not better comparatively to the federal government. Your federal government is better. Where we find the different types of culture, caste, religion, and caste. We can see in Sri Lanka that unitary government became failure. Why? Because they have adopted the majoritarianism method, or how the federal government find a great success in the Belgium, because they accommodate all the regional diversities and differences in Belgium. So you can see the differences, you can write down according to that. Now give the chief features of federalism. We have already discussed what are the chief features of federalism. There are the 2 or more tiers of government, 2 levels of government. Each tier government is having their own jurisdictions in their particular area, but they will govern the same citizens. They can make their own rules and regulation on their particular area. If they are having financially, all the powers already given in the constitution, which power will use by the central government, which power will use by the state government. Financial provisions also given in the constitution, and court will have the interpret the powers which powers will use by the central government and state government. And federalism has in the 2 main dual objectives. First क्या है? Unity of the country, and second, to accommodate the regional diversity. So you will explain according to that 5-6 points you will write down. Now what are the 2 roots of federalism? Yani ki what are the 2 types of federalisms? We have discussed coming together federations and holding together federations. That answer, 5th question you will explain according to the 5 marks. Question number 6 you will explain according to the 3 marks. What are the 2 roots of federalism? First, one side you will write down coming together, second holding together. You will write down all the points. So in that topic we have covered what is federalisms, what are the chief features of federalisms, and what are the two kinds या roots of federalism या what are the two types of federalism or what is the difference between unitary form of government and the federal form of government. I hope you understand in the proper way. Thank you.